We wake up to it, we eat with it, we fall asleep to it. You see, social media isn't just what we use. For Kenya's Gen Z, the line between real life and online life is gone. We've built a second world, one where followers feel like friends, likes feel like love, and silence feels like failure. But behind the filters, the trends, the chaos, something deeper is happening. This is the story of a generation raised by the algorithm. Kenyan Gen Z's social media isn't just an app, it's a lifestyle. From the moment we wake up, we scroll. Before we sleep, we scroll again. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, X, and YouTube are now classrooms, catwalks, confession booths, and sometimes battlefields. What started as connection has quietly become consumption and sometimes addiction. Many spend more hours on their phones than talking face to face.
Did you know? A collection of Kenyan universities say that more than 60% of our youth are active social media users. Some of us spend 2 or more hours a day on social media, and I'm certain that anything we do for this long, anything we pay this much attention to, has an everlasting effect on us, whether we notice it or not. You see, the problem with the excess usage of social media is today's youth is tomorrow's future. And we ought to be using the internet to build ourselves, to be well equipped with the skills, knowledge, and traits required to build a utopia for all. But instead, we're using it to destroy ourselves and each other. And the worst part is, we don't even notice it. Today, I'd like to introduce you to 3 stresses that I believe are all caused by the excess usage of social media. These factors are commonly known and faced by almost 100% of all teenagers today. And if we aren't careful, these stresses could easily turn into full-blown mental health problems. So let's begin. The first one is insecurity. As I'm sure you know, insecurity is basically one's lack of confidence in themselves. And now you must be asking yourself, how does social media cause insecurity?
For many, social media is more than self-expression, it's identity. Followers can shape self-worth. A single comment can ruin a day. Filters blur the line between confidence and comparison.
Collegiate Mental Health found that the top 3 diagnoses on university campuses are anxiety, depression, and stress. And numerous studies from the US, Canada, the UK, you name it, have linked this high social media use with these high levels of anxiety and depression. But the scary thing is that high social media use is almost everyone I know. It's my friends, it's my family, my colleagues. 90% of 18 to 29-year-olds are on social media. We spend on average 2 hours a day there. We don't even eat for 2 hours a day. 70% of the Canadian population is on social media. Our voter turnout isn't even 70%. Anything we do this often is worthy of critical observation. Anything we spend this much time doing has lasting effects on us.
In 2025, Kenyan psychologists found the same. A constant pressure to appear happy, perfect, relevant. They called it the performance of connection. A world where thousands of followers can still leave you feeling unseen. In 2023, US lawmakers grilled TikTok's CEO over data, influence, and its impact on young people's attention spans. Social media isn't only emotional, it's neurological. Every notification triggers a dopamine hit, the same chemical linked to pleasure and addiction. Even TikTok's CEO admitted his own children don't use the app.
Year-old child on TikTok.
I have seen these news articles. I would like to address that. My kids live in Singapore, and in Singapore, we do not have the under 13 experience. If they lived here in the United States, I'll let them use the under 13 experience.
Okay, so you're saying it's because of the country you live in doesn't have the same mechanisms. Is there a reason you don't have those same mechanisms everywhere?
In principle, we want to provide a good experience for our users in general. We don't want to monetize from people who are under 13. In the US, we are COPPA compliant, and as part of that, we were deemed as I want to get these specifics right. We were deemed as a particular type of audience, mixed audience app. I want to make sure that that's right. And as a result of that, we have to provide an experience to our under 13 users in this country as well.
My time has expired. Thank you. I yield back.
In tech circles, there's a saying, if the product is free, you are the product. Mark Zuckerberg faced similar scrutiny over Facebook's impact on youth mental health.
Mr. Zuckerberg, do you believe your product can be addictive?
Senator, we certainly do not design the product in that way. We design the product to be as useful and meaningful as possible.
That's not my question. My question is that there seems to be an ample body of growing medical evidence that social media sites have an addictive nature to them. Do you agree with that?
Senator, I don't think the research has been conclusive, but it is an area that we care about and study. We certainly do not want our products to be addictive. We want people to use them because they are meaningful. And we take steps.
Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen revealed that platforms knowingly harm young people's mental health, but prioritize engagement over well-being. Her words echoed far beyond Washington. They make us hate ourselves less if we see fewer likes, but they don't change the system. This isn't just algorithms, it's identity and the cost of living where attention is the new oil. For years, social media was a place to scroll, laugh, and forget. But in 2024, it became something more. What began as online outrage evolved into one of the largest youth-led movements in Kenya. From hashtag Reject Finance Bill to hashtag Occupy Parliament, GenZ turned timelines into front lines. Information spread faster than TV news could report. Twitter Spaces became open parliaments. Ordinary students became citizen journalists. What once distracted us now mobilized us. The same feeds that drained our time began fueling change. For the first time, the scroll found purpose. The feed fought back. Kenya's Gen Z discovered what happens when connection turns into conviction.
In Kenya, where white-collar jobs seem increasingly elusive, young people are turning to content creation and photography to make a living. Leveraging technology, many are tapping into social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube to stay ahead. On Sundays, young people gather with cameras, dancing in coordinated moves, and uploading their content on these platforms. With 35% of Kenya's population aged between 15 to 34, the United Nations estimates that 67% of this demographic is unemployed. For 22-year-old Vincent Otieno, content creation offers him and his group of 6 dancers from Nairobi slums a crucial income stream.
content creation helps us to provide for our bills, and also like we post on Instagram, TikTok and YouTube, we make around $100 in a month, which is better from nothing.
They earn money through tips from fans on TikTok and advertisements on YouTube, as well as performing at parties. On average, each group member makes around $120 per month. 25-year-old fashion model Cecilia Chingboya, also known as Lupita Nyakisumo, on social media, says it's a job like any other. She has over 200,000 followers on TikTok.
There are places that you can shoot and there are places that you cannot also shoot. So you have also to respect the rules and regulations of different places also.
You see, social media is not inherently good nor inherently bad. It's a tool, a stage, a mirror, and sometimes a battlefield. For Kenya's Gen Z, it has been all of these: distraction, pressure, protest, creativity, and opportunity. The choice isn't whether to scroll, it's how we scroll, how we create, how we connect. The youth of Kenya are learning to use these tools intentionally to build businesses, raise voices, express creativity, and protect their well-being. The challenge isn't to disconnect, it's to reconnect intentionally, to use the feed not just to scroll, but to create, share, and grow.
Chito itorie ham